Alright, hello guys and girls, this is Example, and today I'm bringing to you the street piano. Yay, everybody wants a street piano. Yeah, so this is actually a proof of concept, so bear with me. It's a fun little design. It doesn't use any pistons or command blocks. It's a street piano that you and all your friends can play. And yeah, it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun, and it's a little bit different. I had the idea of how to do this, but anyway, let's go check it out. So, well, so this pretty much here represents all the notes you can get in the Minecraft note block. So it starts off in F sharp there, F sharp 2 to be precise, and goes all the way up to F sharp 4. Now I've written down on these signs here every single note. So you've got F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, B, C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F, and then back to F. So pretty much all you can do, it's quite a large keyboard. It's quite large. It takes a bit of time to build, but yeah, it's pretty cool. And on the side over here, past these green blocks here, we've got the kick, snare, wood block, and a snare which I'm pretending is a hi-hat because we don't actually have a hi-hat. If we had a hi-hat, that would be a hi-hat. And 2 extra notes there which aren't doing anything. Alright, so this is a proof of concept really. It's a fun little design that you and your friends can play on the server. It's not perfect in any way. Sometimes the notes don't fire, but the majority of the time they do. That one didn't. Right, sometimes there's a bit of a delay, and I'm not exactly sure why that is. The way I set this up is it's like a bud switch, but it's not actually a proper bud. There's no pistons involved here. So anyway, let's go ahead and build a section of this piano. Now I'm not going to build the full thing. I am going to make this as a download so you can grab it and you can dissect it and do whatever you like to it. And maybe even improve on it. I think we can actually make this a lot better than what it is and more responsive. But anyway, let's go ahead and bring up our display here. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to build a section of the piano. I guess we should probably go from maybe so F sharp here to, let's go all the way to F, and that way it's basically a full lot of notes. So we're going to go from F sharp all the way up to F, and then it goes back to F sharp again. So we're going to do a section of the piano which is about this long. So we start off with the black key. Now you'll notice that some of these are longer than others. You can just see down there's some long notes and some short notes. Well, basically that's the way to get around powering the other bud by accident. So we're going to go ahead and build this right now. Okay, so we're going to start with the border. Now, I'm just basically going to copy the footprint of this. So, I think it was that 16 blocks or something. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay, 19 blocks long. Now, I'm just going to build a border around it because it kind of makes it look a little bit nicer. Okay, so the first note we've got, which is F sharp, which is going to be a black key. On the keyboard, this actually represents a true keyboard. So F sharp is on this key here, which is a black note. And this note here, I'm going to make a long black note. So I guess, I can't remember how long these actually are. So let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's do them 10. All right, 10. 1, 2, 3. Oh. No, there's a white block there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I guess that's about right. Let's poke a hole through here. Yes. And then at the end of that, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then we raise it up a block like that and punch that one out. Alright. The next one is a white key. So basically you just place white blocks along the front here. As you can see there, I've got like white along there. On a keyboard, the black keys are sort of indented a little bit, so that's what I wanted to try and do here. The white key is not going to go as far. It's going to stop right there. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks, and then it jumps up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then it goes up 1, and that's pretty much the keys, and we're going to sort of alternate that length as we go. So we've got 3 black keys. I should really have put white along the side there, but anyway, we're just doing a partial keyboard, so I'm not going to bother. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, up 1, and then we do another white key, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and up 1, and we're going to do a black key. And pretty much you've got to copy this pattern. I do have a keyboard in front of me, so I can actually see exactly what to do. You may not have a keyboard, but that's okay, you can copy this. Right, there we go. And then we move to the white keys, and there's actually 2 white keys beside each other, so this is where it gets a little bit interesting. So we just do another white key there, so it should have something like that. Then we do another white key, and this white key is a long key, so we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then up 1, and then we do a black key. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we do a white key, and it's a long one. And then we do another black key. And then we do 2 white keys. And that is pretty much getting close to... Let's see. And then we do 2 white keys, and then that's it. That's pretty much this part of the piano we're going to do. So we're just going to do that. So 2 white keys. So this one's a long one, and then we do a short one. Alright, so that's pretty much the size of the keyboard we're going to be making today. Like I said, there's going to be a download available, so you can break into the other one and see how it is done. That's up to you, and we shall set the keys on this too. Alright, so it's a tiny section of the keyboard. This is probably it doesn't take a lot of extra time to build the whole thing, but for the sake of this tutorial, let's keep it short. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is look at the bud. So we're not actually going to complete the bud just now. So what we need, we need a dropper and a hopper, and we just need, a bunch of items that we can shove in there. And so what we do is we place the dropper on that block that we've placed up there like that, so the dropper's facing out towards us like that, and you do the same on these ones. So let's see, just droppers all the way along like this, and then we place hoppers into the side of those, into the front of that dropper like so, and the same for the back here, holding down shift of course if you've forgotten, and we're just going to go across and add these. There we go. And we just need to drop an item into here. Make sure it's just one item. Don't drop a bunch. And that could cause you problems. I did actually try it with more than one item, and I think it still worked fine. But anyway, we just want one item in here. Okay, in each one of these. And what's going to happen is that the bud is going to force the item out into the hopper, and then the hopper is going to force it back into the dropper, and we're ready to go again. And this is where part of the delay is, why the notes aren't firing instantly, because the item actually has to shift into here and then back again to reset. Alright, that is that part done. Now we need some tripwire hooks. The tripwire hooks are going to be on the front of these blocks here, and we only need one for each line. We don't need to terminate it on the other side here. We don't need another tripwire hook. We just need one on each line. And this is what I love about this design. Okay, here we go. I'm flying around all crazy. There we go. And there. Right, string. Now the string, you'll see how I do this, and you're probably wondering why I don't bring the black all the way up here, the black line. Because this is actually a white key, and it doesn't actually, on a keyboard, if you jump on this block right here, it doesn't actually trigger the black key, so that's why I haven't done it. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to wire it up like this. There we go, it's to there. And on the white key, we're going to go all the way to the end here. On the black key, we start here and then go all the way in, all the way down there. And the white key like this, all the way to here. And the black key's there. So you get the point. I kind of want it to be more like a keyboard, and so I don't want the black line to trigger if I'm jumping on this block, but I do want the white key to trigger if I'm jumping here. Because effectively this is joined as one white key, but I can't trigger this block. Otherwise the notes will start going all a bit funny. Alright, so then with the white, we're going all the way to the end here like this. So even though it's a short line, we go to the end, and with the black we start there like so, and the white, black, and white. Of course, you don't have to use black and white blocks. You can use whatever colors you like. You can make it pink and green if that's your thing. So there we go. Okay, so that's that wired up. Now, we should add the note blocks, and I guess we should set the notes. So how we do that is, by default, if we... oh, no, hang on, we've got to place... I'm getting ahead of myself. I've got to place a block here, and we're going to place a comparator there, and then we're going to place the note block. Alright, so by default, if we put that there, that is F#2, and that corresponds to this particular key. So I'm just going to leave it as is. I'm not going to touch it. We can't test it out yet because it's not primed, and I need to do this for the rest of these notes. So I like to place down the right color block according to the note, and that kind of makes things a little bit more tedious. So I'm just going to place not a grey block, a white block there, and a comparator. So let's go ahead and put all these down. Now I think this is a white one. Yeah, it's a double key, and this is a black one. Yeah, and this is a black one, and this is a white one. Alright, let's do the rest of these, and then we can move on and put all the note blocks down. This is a black one. No, it's white. White. I mean, I don't have to use the same color. I'm just being a little bit funny. I just want to do it like this. And then the black one, and this is a black one, and that is a black one. Okay, good. Now the next note block, so that one's set as default. We don't change it at all. This one here we place, and then we right click that once. This one we place and we do it twice, and so on. Nope. Right, with any luck, we have set those correctly and we've got the right notes. So, moving on. I just threw my note block away. Alright, so all the notes should be set, and this last note and this note should correspond going up an octave. So, well, I mean, the next note would go up an octave on F sharp. So the next note over here would be an octave up from F sharp if we've done it all correctly. Okay. So now, it doesn't do anything yet. No, it doesn't. We need to wire this up. So what we should do is we should grab another block. Let's grab yellow. Not exactly sure why I'm choosing yellow, but I'm going to do this anyway. Okay, here we go. So we need to power these droppers. Now to do that, we need to go up one block. Okay, so above every single one of these droppers, we need to have a solid block above it. So here we go. So we're going to put this line all the way across like this. Now, actually, I'm going to do that. I'm going to run that there like that. Okay, and then we need to run it along the back here on top of that one. So we're basically just going to do a rectangle above all these and make sure that you have a block over each one. Okay, that is that. And then we find the center, which I don't think this one has a center because yeah, we haven't done enough keys. So this will be pretty much the center. And this is where we're going to run the power. Okay, now we need to run redstone all the way around here, but we need to make sure the signal is going to reach. Alright, so you should have something that looks a little bit like this, and then what we need to do is we need to build a pulsar. Now, I may get this wrong, hopefully I don't. So I'm going to put a dropper down there, I'm going to put one item in it. Now, that's what we need to do. It's not going to fire anything out, well hopefully it won't. I'm going to put down a comparator there, and we're going to put down a repeater there. I don't think it needs to be in comparator mode. I guess we'll find out in a second. Another comparator there, and I do want that one and that one in that mode. And then we're just going to put some redstone all the way along here like this. Oops, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to power that, but you should get a clock like this. It's a little pulsar. Now, you can make a faster pulsar than this, but I've tried that and it didn't seem to work as good. It needs to be some kind of steady signal. Right, and then all we need to do is run this all the way around until it stops, I guess, and then we need to put a repeater somewhere. Now you can't put a repeater directly on top of a dropper. You've got to go back one, put a repeater down, and then run the redstone along like that. And I'm going to stop it there and leave this block empty. And that's so I can run the signal around the other side here like this. And kind of, what I'm trying to do is trying to get the pulsing happening at the same kind of speed, and we've run out of distance here, so we've stopped here, which means I need to put a repeater there, and there we go. So you should have something like that. Now you can wire this up as you like. You don't have to put the repeaters in the same places I have. If you take the top off this one and take a look in there, you'll see that I've done it a bit different. But you need to have something like that. But do make sure that these repeaters are not directly above the droppers, otherwise it will not work. Now, theoretically, if I've done this right, the key should fire. There we go. And so basically, there we go. So it is buttered and it is powered, and we do get a bit of delay, and this is one of the things I don't like about this design. There are some faster bud powered bud powered switches that we can use, but what I want to do is I want to use it with tripwire, and I don't want to hear pistons. Alright, pistons just detract from the actual notes themselves. Alright, so how it works is that we have this redstone pulsing, and this redstone is basically powering this block, which powers indirectly this dropper. Now, as soon as an update happens around this dropper, it fires the item out from inside it into this hopper, which powers this comparator, which fires the note block. Now, there is a bit of delay in that, and like I said before, I've tried pulsing this faster, and it didn't seem to make too much of a difference. In fact, it kind of made it a bit worse. So maybe even a slower pulse might be better. But we get a lot of delay between notes, and that's one of the things I don't like about this design. We do get delay, and it's not because I've made it wrong, it's because of how things are working. There are faster bud switch designs, which would probably make this piano a lot better, but I don't want to use any pistons, and that's why I've chosen to use this kind of method. Now, there are other ways to bud power droppers, except they're a little bit bigger in size, so this particular piano would be probably 2 blocks higher, and maybe they would be better. I don't know. This is where I'm going to leave it up to you to experiment and come up with a better street piano. Like I said, this was a concept idea, and it works. It actually does work, but you kind of need more than one person to play it, because you've got to jump way over here to get your notes. But it is pretty good. It's pretty effective. And as you saw with my previous video of me playing the piano, you can actually make music with it if you edit the video just right. So there you go. That's pretty much it. That is the street piano uncovered, and that's pretty much how it works. And of course, if you want to turn the clock off, you just add a little switch, I guess, in here somewhere, and you should be able to permanently turn that clock off and it will stop, or just take the item out of the dropper. It's up to you. That's pretty much it. So let's take a little look in the back of this one. Now I added switches in the back here because I messed up some of the notes and I had to go through and check them all. Sorry, not switches, buttons. Because I accidentally kept on hitting the note blocks and had to reset them all. But you can see the wiring in there. I've just got an extra couple of repeaters, and that's pretty much it. So as long as those repeaters aren't on top of the droppers, you're fine. And that's pretty much it. That's how it's powered. Pretty simple, pretty easy, and I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. And by the way, make some music with it. Make a video and send me a link to it, and I will take a look and comment on your video. That'd be great. I'm really keen to do that. So just do that. Make some tunes. Alright, so before we finish the video, I want to show you something else. Okay, so you can actually make this a little bit cooler. So you could make these notes do more than one note. Okay, so I'm going to turn this into a I'm going to turn these first three notes into a bass as well. So if I actually, I don't know, the note block may bud power there, I'm not sure. We'll find out, I guess. Let's try. Yeah, cool, so it does work. Alright, so you could actually add the bass notes to that, or actually turn these all into bass notes. So to turn them all into bass notes, you just put wood underneath each block, and now it's a bass. So you can have a lot of fun with this, I'm telling you. It's a fun little thing to do. Okay, there we go. Some of these notes are now bass notes. And I was going to add a switch so you could switch it between bass and a normal piano, so that would be kind of fun too. Anyway, I'll leave that up to you. You can go ahead and build this yourself. You can download this, you can dissect it, you can blow it up, do whatever you like to it, have a bit of a play, and I'll catch you next time. But remember, make some tunes. Let me see them. I want to know what you made. Come on, I want to see it. Make some tunes. Enjoy the piano. Later.